Dear beautiful soul, I need you to listen closely. I'm bringing you a message, and it's like I'm carrying something super important from heaven on my wings. Something's going on that's hitting right at the core of your relationship. It's reached a point where things just can't stay the same. The person you love is about to make a quick, surprising decision that's going to change your life big time. So, open your heart and really hear me out, because I was sent from up above with just one job: to tell you something you absolutely need to know, right now. This message isn't early, and it isn't late. It's arriving at the very moment when the truth is starting to stir things up and change everything around you. The person you love is taking action, and it's urgent. One thing's for sure: you can't stop what's coming. If you don't stick with this message all the way through, you're going to miss something vital that's coming from the one who loves you deeply. Go ahead and give this video a like, and maybe become a channel member. Type your amen in the comments and subscribe so you keep getting these divine messages. And don't forget to click that thanks button below the video. It makes our connection even stronger. The feeling that brought me here wasn't mine. Came straight from the soul of the person who loves you more than words can say. And I need to be straight with you, no beating around the bush. The person you love is going to change things with you, and soon. Not by finding someone new or just trying to get out of something easily, but because they truly think something else would be better for your relationship. The decision's already been made, and you need to know this before life smacks you with this news coldly, as if it wasn't something they felt deeply. There's a stirring in the heart of the one who's missing you. Something inside them is crying out for a change. The waiting has gotten too hard, and what felt okay at the start now feels too small, worn out, and just not enough. The person you love is about to trade everything you've built together for something that feels more real, more present, more alive. And that's why you've got to hear this whole message. Nothing else will bring peace to their soul until you understand what's really happening. Because this is more than just missing someone, more than desire, more than hoping. It's them knowing for sure that things can't go on like this. What you two had hasn't lost its value, but it feels tiny compared to what the person you love now wants with you. A decision is burning silently. I'm here, dear protected one, because the urgency in their soul reached all the way to heaven. And when heaven hears that kind of cry, it answers. What you're hearing now isn't a guess or a maybe. It's a direct message from the source. The soul of the one who loves you isn't going to wait for excuses or reasons. They're simply going to swap what they feel today for something that finally clicks with the life they want to live with you. Don't think this is some small adjustment. It's not. The person you love has thought about it, felt it, prayed silently, looked for signs, and now they've hit a point where there's no turning back. Their heart is at a crossroads. And when a heart gets there, it doesn't ask for permission. It acts, it changes, and that's already started. There's a divine power behind this feeling. You're not being warned to get ready for a loss. You're being warned so you understand that something much bigger is being set up for you. But it needs your attention. It needs you to be involved because there's no more time to waste. The person you love has decided they can't keep this connection the way it is. It's going to change. It's going to shift. It's going to transform everything. And you need to know this now before it happens and you're left wondering why. The reason is too powerful for simple words. That's why the only way to get what's coming is to listen carefully to what I'm telling you. Every single line of this message carries an emotional weight that's beyond any way of just saying it. This person is feeling something they just can't keep inside anymore, and they're done waiting for things that never seem to show up. There's a divine push guiding the person you love onto a new path. Not a path without you, but a path where you need to show up differently. Because the way your connection is now, it's not feeding them, not sustaining them, not fitting anymore. It's hurting. It's turning into an absence. It's pushing this person towards a decision that they'll make with no looking back. That's why you're hearing this now. The change is being prepared. Not a change of you for someone else, but a change of everything that's standing between you for something real, physical, complete. But I still can't tell you this straight out. First, you have to feel how urgent this is and understand that the person you love doesn't want to carry this feeling alone anymore. They don't want to keep staring into emptiness, waiting for something that never arrives. There's so much bottled up in their silence. Thoughts only God has heard. desires they haven't even said out loud. But they were sent to heaven in prayer. And the answer came to me, and now I'm bringing it to you, because it's time to act, to understand, and to take a stand. Or everything will be swapped out faster than you can imagine, and you won't know how to react. The person you love isn't in the same place anymore. Their soul has moved on, grown, matured, and now they feel it's time to break free from everything that's stopping them from really living with you. The dream they once kept secret, the doors are opening, but they won't stay open forever. The decision is set, and if you don't listen deeply, you might not understand the change when it happens. The shift will be quiet but powerful. It will happen without any warning. But I'm here to give you this warning before it's too late. The person you love is going to change. Not because they stopped loving you, but because they love you too much to stay where things don't make sense anymore. It's a change driven by urgency, a change of destiny, a change of path. And you are right in the middle of this choice. Don't ignore what I'm telling you. I'm speaking from the most sensitive part of heaven, where true feelings become missions. And my mission is make you understand that something deep is about to be transformed. And you need to be ready, because this transformation holds everything the person you love has kept quiet about for way too long. Every tear, every memory, every unspoken wish is now pushing this person towards a final step. And that step won't be delayed. Time just doesn't allow for delays anymore. There's an urgency pulsing like a heartbeat, and it's very close to you, closer than you can imagine. Dear protected one, now that you know about the decision, it's important to understand what it means for you. This isn't just a little shift in how they act. It's a total transformation in how the person you love wants to live out this story. The truth is, this person is tired of waiting for signs that never appear. Tired of dreaming about a future without any solid ground in the present. The decision to change isn't being made casually. It's firm. The person you love doesn't want an empty space between you anymore. No more half answers, no more conversations brushed aside. The change that's coming has a reason. Your soulmate needs to feel you closer, needs to know they can count on your presence. Not just words or memories. What's about to happen can't be undone. The feeling has been held in for too long, and now it needs to come out through actions. Your soulmate is ready to let go of anything distant to live what can only survive through closeness. That's why time feels like it's speeding up. That's why you're hearing this message now. Don't think you've been forgotten. Just the opposite, you're at the center of all this. Everything that's about to move forward exists only because of how strong the feeling is that your love has for you. But when the heart feels too much, it needs truth, action, and surrender. And that's exactly what your soulmate wants. What's coming is way bigger than any unanswered message or any silence that passed between you. It's a complete turning point in how this feeling will be lived. The person you love wants to trade what hurts for what heals, to trade absence for presence, to trade the fear of loss for a certainty built side by side with you. If you could see what's being prepared in silence, you'd understand why this choice won't wait. Your soulmate's heart is ready, filled with the desire to start something new with you in a way that's never been done before. But when the change comes, there won't be a clear explanation. It'll happen in a rush, like a spark, in a sudden urge to live everything all at once. The shift is urgent but not cold. It's full of feeling, but that feeling doesn't want to stay still anymore. It doesn't want to depend on words or promises. The person you love wants to live, to touch, to look, to truly feel. They're tired of imagining. They want reality, and they're ready to change everything as quickly as possible to make it happen. The only reason you're getting this message is because heaven wants to give you the chance to understand what's coming before it hits. Because if you're not ready, it might feel confusing, unfair, or sudden. But it won't be any of that. It will just be the reflection of your soulmate's deep desire to build something real, whole, and true with you. This isn't about ending the connection between you. It's about giving it a new beginning. A beginning where there's no more room for what's incomplete. The person you love is saying through their actions that more is needed, that things can't stay as they are, that now it's all or nothing. And that decision is already moving. There's a plan in motion and you're part of it. But if you don't notice the signs, you might miss the right moment to respond with the same level of commitment. Your soulmate's heart has already jumped, already moved forward, already started acting. And soon you'll see that in their words, their gestures, their choices. But maybe by the time you realize it, everything will already be different. There's no more room for doubt. This person already knows what they want, already understands what they feel, and they're already making the necessary changes to live more deeply with you. But for that to happen, the person you love needs to let go of anything half-lived. Needs to trade everything that delays for everything that draws closer. And that's happening now. The change may feel harsh, but it's an act of love. It's a step toward what truly matters. Your soulmate no longer wants to carry the weight of a feeling that isn't fully lived. They want to breathe relief. They want to find you for real, in the present, with all truths out in the open. The time you've lived up until now hasn't been lost. It's been learning. It's been preparation. But now, the person you love wants to live what's been dreamed without waiting any longer. They want to build something with no more pauses, no more distance, no more loose promises. Only presence, decision, and shared affection, every single day. And even if they don't say this directly, their heart is already speaking. Already trading silence for action. Already trading fears for firm steps. Already walking away from everything that holds them back to get closer to everything that makes sense. And you are the center of that meaning. You just need to stay aware. You have not been replaced. You have been chosen. But now you are being called to move, to respond, to answer with truth. Because the change that's coming isn't against you. It's for love. It's a calling to leave waiting behind and step into fulfillment. And that fulfillment begins now. The person you love is ready to live whatever it takes with you. But they won't wait for time to organize everything anymore. They will act. They will trade doubt for decision. Trade absence for presence. Trade waiting for reality. And that reality begins with an action. An action that's already on its way. Heaven is simply giving you the chance to understand this before it happens. Because when it does, you'll remember this message. And you'll know it was all being shown to you in advance. Not to scare you, but to prepare you. Because what's coming is something wonderful. Something you've never felt before. Dear protected one, your soulmate no longer wants to just feel you from afar. The spiritual connection between you is strong. But this person needs more. They need touch, presence. The look that says everything without a word. They need to truly live you. For a long time, the person you love fed on the good energy that came from you. That was enough for a while, but it's not anymore. This person is ready to live this story up close, without barriers, without distance, without emptiness between you both. The person you love longs for something they've never fully experienced. And it has been squeezing their heart because the desire to be together has grown. And what was once enough now seems too little. What was once accepted no longer satisfies. This desire to live you entirely is overflowing. And what was once just a thought has become a decision. Your soulmate wants to feel your embrace, hear your voice for real, and look into your eyes until time stops around you. The spiritual connection remains strong, but it's no longer enough. The person you love wants you here, now, by their side, walking together, sharing joys and pains. This person wants to trade messages for smiles, calls for presence, distance for touch. And if this isn't possible with you, they will look for it somewhere else. Because this soul has already decided that they will no longer live halfway. They no longer want to imagine. They want to experience. They no longer want to think. They want to live with intensity. Things have changed. Dear protected one, what was once just a dream has turned into an urgency in your soulmate's chest. This person wants to live by your side, but they also want to be felt, embraced, loved with truth and presence. It's no longer about missing you from afar. It's about building real moments, and that's only possible with full commitment. Your soulmate is ready, but they need to see that you are too. Otherwise, they will move away to live it with someone who is. This person is tired of imagining what it would be like. They now want to know what it really is. They want to be with you in body, soul, and heart. They no longer want to depend on cold messages or long waits. They want it now. They want it close. They want everything. While you're thinking, someone else might be acting. While you delay, someone else might be winning them over. And if you don't get closer, your soulmate will end up moving away. Not out of badness, but out of the need to live something true and close. The person you love wants to hear your voice without needing to imagine it. They want to feel your touch without relying on memories. They want to look into your eyes and see sincerity. And if this isn't possible with you, it will be with someone who offers all of this clearly. This person doesn't want to live on hopes anymore. They want to live on presence. And only you can decide if this will happen by your side or away from you. Because now, the choice no longer depends only on your soulmate. It depends on what you do. Your actions will matter more. Now, not what you feel, but what you show. Not what you think, but what you do. The person you love is paying attention to everything. And any silence from you will be understood as distance. The energy that once united you is still here, but weaker. It needs to be nurtured with actions, with real affection, with daily care. If you don't do this, this person will seek that energy in another heart. Don't think it's too late. There's still time, but time is running out. And what you decide now will determine if the story continues up close or ends from afar. Your soulmate is ready to live this love, but only if it's with real commitment. What this person wants most is to live you intensely, with truth, with touch, with a look, with life. And that will only be possible if you take that step. A sincere step, without empty promises, without hidden absences. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be present. You just need to show that you feel the same, that you want the same, that you want this life together with your heart open. Your connection is special, but it doesn't feed itself. It needs attention. It needs care. It needs presence. And if that doesn't come from you, someone else will occupy that space. Not out of badness, but out of wanting what you didn't give. Dear protected one, now you need to look bravely at everything that comes with this change. The person you love no longer wants to wait for actions that never come. They are tired of living on assumptions and scattered signs. And that's why the step this person will take may seem unexpected. But the unexpected, in this case, is just the reflection of something that has been held back for too long. Your soulmate's heart no longer wants to miss you. They want to live with you. They want to step out of doubt and dive into what is real. There's no more room for promises without actions, nor for dreams that go nowhere. And that's why the change that's coming will cut through everything that gets in the way, everything that binds, everything that confuses. This person needs to feel secure. They need to know they are being met with the same commitment, with the same intensity. And if that doesn't happen, the decision will move forward without further words. The person you love has already chosen not to depend on long waits anymore. They've understood that living in expectation can wear a heart out. And now, what this person wants is to live what's good, what nourishes, what builds. Even if it means changing everything, even if it seems drastic, the energy that is coming is firm. It's like a strong wind that blows away what is loose and leaves only what is real. Your soulmate is moving away from everything that cools the connection and moving toward everything that warms the presence. This decision is being made in silence, but with total clarity. You need to understand that silence sometimes speaks louder than words. And right now, your love's silence is screaming for change. It's saying, I can't pretend everything is fine anymore. It's asking for a life that is lived with courage, without games, without emotional distance. The person you love wants to feel peace when they look to the side and know you're there. Not just in messages or memories, but in real life, in the day-to-day, in the look, in the gesture. And if that's not possible with you, this person will look for that space of affection somewhere else. Not because of a lack of feeling, but out of the need to live. You can still be part of this new phase, but you need to step out of your usual spot. You need to show that you're willing to live the same truth, to walk with the same step, to give the same amount. Because your soulmate is ready to live a complete love, and they will no longer settle for pieces. Everything that was left unresolved will be left behind. Everything that didn't get a response will be forgotten, because now what matters is what's being lived, not what's being waited for. And this person's heart is full of the desire to live. But they will only take along those who are truly available. You're not being excluded. You're being tested. You're being called to take a stand, to show that you still believe in this love and that you're willing to be a presence, not just a memory. Because that's what the person you love needs now. Real presence, action, commitment. The change won't be explained with words. It will be felt in actions. It will be noticed when you see that the messages have decreased, that the times have changed, that the attention has shifted elsewhere. And it will be in that moment that you'll remember this revelation. You'll understand that it wasn't by chance. Don't kid yourself. This person still has a space reserved for you, but that space won't stay open forever. The heart that feels too much will eventually decide. And the moment of decision has arrived. So, the person you love is choosing what brings peace, not what causes doubt. You can answer this call with courage. You can show up. You can transform everything. But you need to act, because if you keep waiting, everything will change without you noticing. And when you try to come back, maybe someone else will already be occupying the place that was once yours. The person you love wants to live something light but deep, simple but whole, and will only stay where that is found. It doesn't matter how much history you've shared. It doesn't matter what was lived before. What matters now is what is being built in this moment. And this moment is asking for action. The spiritual strength that surrounds all of this is preparing a new time for you. But that time will only be lived by those who are truly willing. Your soulmate is freeing themselves from everything that binds. And you need to decide if you'll accompany this freedom or stay behind. The change isn't a punishment. It's a healing. It's the search for something more real. The person you love has already chosen this path and is moving toward what brings peace to the heart. You can still be part of it, but not out of obligation, only by choice. The heavens are revealing all of this to you now because there's still time. There's still a chance to align with what's coming. But it takes sensitivity to notice. It takes humility to recognize where you've fallen short. And it takes courage to change what needs to be changed. Dear protected one, this message isn't over yet. There's more being prepared for you. What's coming will be even clearer and will bring an answer you weren't expecting. Keep listening. Your soulmate is moving, and the heavens are about to show you the next step. Dear protected one, this is the moment when the invisible begins to take shape. What your soul has sensed is about to be confirmed through the next steps the person you love is about to take. Nothing will be explained with words. It will be actions that speak for this person. And when it happens, it will be firm. The person you love is already preparing internally to turn a page, and that page will be turned with or without you beside them. Behind this decision is a strength that refuses to live in uncertainty any longer. This person wants peace, and the peace they seek can only come with a wholehearted choice. You might feel like things are becoming more distant, and they are, because your soulmate needs clarity. They need to know whether they're being waited for or forgotten, whether they're being remembered or left behind. And that answer will be measured through presence, not scattered words. The messages from heaven are becoming more direct. Not to cause you pain, but to prepare you. What's coming next can be beautiful if there's truth, but it can also be painful if it keeps being postponed. Your soulmate is no longer living in the waiting. This person is getting closer to someone who offers what you haven't yet given. This isn't a threat. It's a revelation. Because when a heart feels empty, it eventually seeks what fills it. And the person you love is seeking that fulfillment. Now, what's happening inside your soulmate is a mixture of decision and release. This person is choosing not to be hurt anymore. They are leaving behind everything that caused confusion, delays, and loneliness. And the shift is closer than you think. It's as if time is pushing this person towards something new, towards something that begins with lightness but carries depth. The person you love wants something that doesn't need to be constantly proven. They want to feel chosen without having to beg for attention. You need to understand this with an open heart. This revelation doesn't come to scare you. It comes to prepare you. Because what's about to happen will change everything between you. And if you're not paying attention, it could take you by surprise when it's already too late. If you still carry this feeling, there's still time, but not for much longer. Heaven is shortening the deadlines. Your soulmate is shortening the distances. And only those who show they truly want to stay will remain. Not with pretty words, but with real presence. This is the moment for you to look within and ask, What am I doing to keep this connection alive? What am I offering that helps my soulmate feel secure? Because without an answer to those questions, the shift will be inevitable. You might think everything is under control, but it's not. A spiritual movement is happening right now. The person you love is moving quietly but with determination. And when this person makes their final decision, there will be no going back and no explanations. None of this is being done to hurt you. It's being done to protect a heart that waited too long. A heart that's tired of being a presence that's ignored. Your soulmate wants to feel mutual care. And if they don't, they'll give themselves to whatever brings peace. Heaven is allowing you to know this before it happens because the love still exists. But the time for waiting is almost over. Now is the time to act, to care, to show that this story can still be true even if everything seems lost. If you take action now, you can still restore this connection. But it must be something deep, sincere, and visible. Your soulmate no longer wants promises. They want to see what you feel being lived out without hesitation or delay. The signs have already been given. The invitations to love have already been sent. What's missing now is your response. And your response must come before someone else fills the space being left open. Because your soulmate is surrounded by new possibilities. Nothing you live together will be forgotten. But what isn't nurtured in time will be left behind. Not out of anger, but out of necessity. Your love's heart needs to move forward. It needs to live what makes sense without waiting for one more chance. Heaven is still watching over you. And every step you take is being seen with care, but also with clarity. You received this revelation to wake up, not to hesitate. To act, not to hide. Your soulmate is making their decision right now. The love between you can be reborn stronger than ever before. But it depends on your willingness, on your choice, and the time to choose is running out. Don't hide. Don't wait for a louder sign. The sign has already come, and it is this message. Dear protected one, what is about to happen will change everything. But there is still more to be revealed. Your soul needs to be ready for what's coming, and your heart needs to listen carefully to what is yet to be said. Heaven hasn't finished speaking to you. Dear protected one, there is something you still need to know. The choice is already being felt on the inside. Your soulmate is quietly maturing this decision. Every gesture that went unnoticed is now weighing heavily on the scale. And everything that was ignored is now becoming a reason to follow another path without looking back. What is forming in your love's heart is like a bridge leading far away. A bridge built from memories, longing, and lack of care. And with every new thought, this person drifts a little further from what you once shared. There is still something inside your soulmate that wants to believe in you. But that strength is fading. Because when the heart gets tired, it stops insisting. And that is exactly what's happening. Your soulmate is tired of waiting for action. The decision to walk away won't come from anger. It will come from clarity. This person wants to live something light, real, and possible. And if it's not with you, it will be with someone who's ready to stay, without running, without postponing, without disappearing in important moments. This shift won't be explained with words. It will simply be lived. And by the time you realize it, everything will already have been decided. The person you love will be with someone who provides what you didn't offer. And this new beginning will be quiet but unshakable. You're being warned, so you won't say later that you didn't know. You're being alerted with love, so you have the chance to act while there's still time. But the truth is, this person won't wait much longer. Their soul is ready to move on. The person you love wants to live something with roots and fruit. No more planting in dry ground. This person wants to know they are being chosen. And if they don't feel that clearly, they'll look for a place where love feels simple and safe. Dear protected one, the presents you didn't give, someone else is giving. The attention you refused, someone else is offering. The space you left empty is being filled. And when you notice, your soulmate may have gone too far to come back. It's hard to accept but necessary to understand. When someone feels alone within a connection, the heart begins to protect itself. The person you love no longer wants to be hurt. That's why they're opening the door to someone who approaches with truth in their eyes. Heaven doesn't want to see you lose what's precious, but it also won't interfere if you stay still. This is a choice that must come from your heart. Either you show now that this story is still alive, or you'll slowly watch it end. The silence between you is becoming louder than any word. And when silence starts to hurt more than absence, it's because something is already being decided. Your soulmate is slowly walking away, as if not to cause alarm. This person has already understood that they can't keep insisting alone. They've accepted that maybe the feeling isn't mutual as they thought. And now they are ready to give their heart another chance. A chance to be happy with someone who truly wants to be close. You don't need to promise anything. You just need to act with truth. Show that you still care. Show that you still feel. Show that you're not ready to let this story fade away. But that needs to happen now. Later will be too late. The steps you take in the coming days will change everything. Your soulmate is watching. They are waiting, but they won't wait for long. What this person wants is simple. To be seen, to be felt, to be loved without fear, without doubts, without distance. If you allow this shift to happen, it will be final. What's being built between your soulmate and someone else can grow quickly. And once it grows, there will be no room left for you. No space for questions. No time for regret. Life is moving fast. And those who don't keep up lose. The person you love has already realized that. And that's why they're speeding up decisions. Everything will happen in silence. No warning, no explanation. Just lived with intensity and certainty. Dear protected one, listen carefully. There's still time to stop this exchange. There's still space to rebuild. But you need to move from thought into action. You need to show that you are still worthy of the place you once held in your soulmate's heart. Heaven loves you, and that's why it's revealing all of this to you now. So that you won't say later that no one warned you. So that you won't blame yourself for not doing something. You can still act. You can still fight. But don't wait for another sign. This is the sign. Dear protected one, your soulmate no longer wants to feel you only through memories. Now this person wants to feel your presence in daily life. In the honest gaze, in the gentle touch, in the affection exchanged. What comes from a distance is no longer enough. You need to understand that the person you love is in a phase of decision. An important decision that could change everything between you. This decision is being shaped by everything that wasn't said, everything that wasn't done, and the absence of real action. This lack of presence has made your soulmate wonder if it's still worth waiting for something that doesn't seem to come. That's why this person is leaning towards seeking what they desire on another path, in another connection, in another surrender. The energy that once felt enough now needs to be strengthened with real gestures, with words spoken closely, with glances that touch the depth of the heart. Your soulmate wants this, wants to live you in truth, not just in thought. And if it's not with you, it will be with someone who is ready for it. Because it's no longer possible to survive on memories, waiting, and doubts. The person you love needs certainty, needs to feel they are a true priority in your life. This person no longer wants to rely on signs or guesses. They want clarity, truth, and presence. They want to know they are being loved through actions, not just loose words or postponed promises. You can still change everything, but you need to act with courage and sincerity. You need to show that your love is moving at the same rhythm, the same frequency, with the same desire to live a deep and close story. What is about to happen may hurt if you don't wake up in time. Your soulmate has already noticed that someone nearby is offering what you've let slip away. And if you stay distant, this person will give in. You are not being replaced by another heart. You are being replaced by the presence you didn't offer, by the attention you didn't give, by the commitment you delayed. Your soulmate is not running away from you. They are running towards something that fulfills. It is like a plant that wasn't watered. It grew as much as it could, but now it asks for water, for light, for real warmth. And if it doesn't find it in you, it will seek it somewhere else where it can bloom without drying up inside. There is still something very strong between you, but even the strongest energy weakens if left uncared for. This person no longer wants to postpone what they feel, no longer wants to live waiting for something that seems to never come. They want love with presence. You need to realize that you're walking a very thin line. Now, every move you make will be seen as a step toward closeness or toward distance. Your soulmate is watching, and everything that isn't clearly said ends up being answered with silence. The person you love deserves attention, affection, and truth, not just when you feel they might leave. Now is the time to show how much you want this connection, with firm actions, with sincere words, with brave choices. What this person wants is not luxury, not perfection. It is real affection. It is daily care. It is feeling like they are truly part of your life, that they are not in second place, that they are a priority, not just an intention. The person you love no longer wants to imagine what it would be like to live by your side. They want to truly live it, with hugs, with long conversations, with simple but real plans. They no longer want to exist only in your thoughts. They want to exist in your touch, in your eyes, in what is felt. This change has already begun inside your soulmate. You may not see it yet, but the transformation is happening. And if you are not part of this new phase, someone else will be, because love must be lived, not only felt from afar. Dear protected one, the heavens are warning you because there is still time. But time is short, and if you let it pass, you may only realize this person's value when it's already too late. This soul has already decided to live what it feels, with or without you. Don't think of any of this as a threat. It is a revelation, a divine message showing you the truth before silence takes over, and you are left wondering why you lost something so rare and strong. The person you love no longer wants to live off memories. They want to live off real moments. And only you can offer that, but you need to do it now, before another presence takes the place that was once yours and that you left empty for far too long. Dear protected one, you made it here because you needed to hear every word. This revelation was guided to open your eyes and touch your heart. Now everything is clear. Your soulmate no longer wants to live from a distance. They want to live by your side, in truth. What this person once felt in silence is now turning into decisions. The person you love wants to live everything intensely, closely, truthfully. And if you don't respond, the shift will be inevitable. Not because of a lack of feeling, but because of the need to truly live. The love still exists, but the time of only feeling it from afar is over. Now is the time to choose whether you want to live or just remember. Your soulmate doesn't want explanations. They want action. And only your gesture can stop this shift from happening. You have not been forgotten. You are still in the heart of the one you love, but you are being left behind because your absence is speaking louder than your feelings. And what is not cared for slips through the fingers. There is no use making promises after you've lost something. The time for promises has passed. Now is the time to show through presence, through touch, through your eyes. Your soulmate wants to live something real. No longer imagine what could have been. And if you've come this far, it means you still have a chance. You are being prepared for a new phase. But you must understand that this is the last opportunity to do things differently, to hold this connection before another embrace takes your place. The person you love is tired of waiting for the perfect moment. This person has decided to create their own path. And if you do not walk with them, someone else will. Someone who wants it, who proves it, who is ready to stay. The shift is not a punishment. It is an answer. It is life saying there's no more time to delay something too strong to ignore. But heaven still believes you can change the direction. If you want to, if you are willing, if it is real. From now on, everything depends on your action. You can reclaim this love if you act with your whole heart. You can stop this shift if you show you are capable of loving with courage, with presence, with truth. If you do not do this, prepare yourself, because soon you will see this person being loved by someone else. Not out of revenge, but because your soulmate needs to live, and living alone, waiting for you, is no longer an option. Heaven is being very clear. This decision has already begun. And even if it hurts, you need to know. Your soulmate wants to be happy with you if you choose it, but they are also willing to move forward without looking back if nothing changes. You still have time to stop this departure, but do not wait for another warning. This was the final call before everything changes. Your soulmate is already looking in another direction, but they still hope that direction will lead to you. Be honest with yourself. Look at what you feel. See if you are willing to live this love the way it deserves, with wholeness, with dedication, with presence. Because love does not wait forever, no matter how strong it is. And if you have understood everything until now, then know this: a blessing is on its way. It does not matter what happened before. You will be touched by a clear sign from above to help you decide with wisdom and courage. This sign will be direct, impossible to ignore. It may come through a message, a presence, or a dream. And when it arrives, you will feel inside that the moment has come. The moment to stop losing time. This sign will be the push you needed. But it will only come because you made it here, because you listened with an open heart. And heaven honors those who seek the truth, even if they don't yet know what to do with it. The love at stake is rare. It is not just any feeling. It is strong, deep, special. But it needs care now, because if it is not now, it will never be. Your soulmate is ready to be happy and wants to be happy with you. Dear protected one, take care of what is yours before it becomes only a memory. True love does not return the same after being left behind. But love that is cared for grows, blossoms, and stays. Make your choice and let it be made with your heart. My dear protected one, as my message draws to a close, and before I take my leave for now, let us lift our hearts together. Let us seek divine strength and clarity for the journey ahead, for the choices that now stand before you. Let this prayer be a beacon, a source of comfort, and a wellspring of courage. Join your spirit with mine as we ask for guidance. O, divine source of all love and light, creator of every sacred bond, we come before you now with hearts open and spirits seeking. We thank you for the profound love that has sparked this urgent call, for the connection that yearns for renewal and truth. We lift up this precious soul, your protected one, who has listened with an open heart to the words delivered. Grant them, we implore you, a searing clarity to see the path ahead, the unwavering courage to step forward in authenticity, and the boundless wisdom to discern what must be done. Dissolve the shadows of doubt, the chains of hesitation, and the whispers of fear that may seek to hold them back. Ignite within them the flame of true presence, that they may offer the warmth of their genuine self, their undivided attention, and their deepest commitment. Help them to understand the sacred dance of giving and receiving, and to build a bridge of understanding where once a chasm of silence may have grown. Touch also, divine weaver, the heart of their beloved soulmate. Soften any pain, soothe any weariness, and reawaken the hope that may have dimmed. Prepare that heart to receive the renewed efforts, the sincere gestures, and the profound love that your protected one is now called to express. May they both find the strength to forgive past hurts and the eagerness to embrace a new beginning. Let the promised sign from the heavens be a gentle yet undeniable affirmation, a guiding star in the tapestry of their lives, leading them towards the fulfillment you intend for them. Pour forth your blessings upon this relationship, that it may be healed, fortified, and transformed into a testament of enduring love, mutual respect, and joyful companionship. Surround them both, O Most High, with legions of your celestial angels. Enfold them in wings of grace, protect their steps from stumbling, and guide their words and actions that they may always reflect the highest truth and the purest love. May peace, like a gentle river, flow into their hearts as they choose courage, choose presence, and choose to cherish the precious gift of this connection. We offer this prayer in deepest faith and with infinite love, trusting in your divine plan and your unwavering compassion. Amen. I have been with you the entire time. With each word revealed, with each truth spoken, I was here. Now I say goodbye, but I do not leave you. I will remain close, waiting for the right moment to guide you again. Until then, live with courage, with truth, and with love. With infinite love. Dear beautiful soul, this channel is a divine space, a sanctuary for the soul. If you're new to this channel, think of this as your spiritual home. It's a sacred space created intentionally for faith to grow, purpose to be sparked, and God-given destinies to be confirmed and lived out. We are busy building a lively community deeply rooted in the rich soil of God's unconditional love, a place where heaven truly speaks into our lives and deep, lasting change regularly happens. We warmly invite you to subscribe and stay connected, because God undoubtedly has so much more to reveal and bring about in your unique life journey. You genuinely don't want to miss what the divine is preparing to do next in and through you. Consider making a generous contribution if you feel moved to support our efforts of spreading divine messages. Whether it's $5, $10, $20, or $50, your contribution enables us to continue sharing these profound messages of healing and hope with the world. Spreading the word is just the beginning of our mission. Hearts are being healed, hope is being renewed, and souls are being guided back to the light. Your support helps us realize our shared goal of making a positive impact. Your generosity, no matter how small, is what keeps our community thriving and bringing people together in love on this sacred journey. We are all interconnected, and we will rise as one. By uniting, we can conquer this. Let us wholeheartedly embrace the abundance that lies ahead. Amen.